Good morning, it's Sharice here. I hope you guys can see me. I feel like it looks very dim on my computer, but I'm wondering if that's just my computer. So as you can see, I already have my foundation on and it's been set with a powder, and I have my highlighter on, and I am so excited. I'm using quite a few new products that I don't think I've used on camera before. I'm gonna go ahead and say that your girl was thirsty. I ran out of sugar, so you guys normally know that I drink tea in the mornings. Well, I was like, I don't have any sugar. I don't really like my tea without sugar. Like I like the sweetness that sugar adds to my teas. It makes it more enjoyable for me. So I was like, what do I have in my fridge? And I was like, well, I have some Angry Orchard, which has apples. I'm like, apple juice, oh, people drink that for breakfast. But I was like, I don't feel like that. So I feel like something that has orange juice. So the only thing I had that orange juice in it was a Smirnoff Ice screwdriver, natural orange flavor. So this is currently what I'm drinking for breakfast. Yeah, so that's what I'm drinking for breakfast. Yeah, it tastes good. I love these. It tastes really good. Let me go ahead and tell you what's on my face, and then we're going to finish up this fun, colorful, exciting look. I'm really excited to get into the eyes. So for primer, the first one I went in with is the Fenty Beauty Soft Matte Pro Filter Primer. I've been loving to use this as a moisturizer and as a first primer because it's not overly drying to the skin. And it just gives you like a really smooth finish without like making your skin feel dry. So I don't know if I use this alone, if it will be enough for the oil and the sweat that I get basically just on my nose. I would say my skin is definitely more normal with the skincare I've been using. My skin is more on the normal side versus oily. And actually, after wearing foundations for a long time, I look more dewy than I do truly oily, but I just prefer a very matte look. That's just what I like. I like a matte, kind of flat, fake, flawless look to my foundations and to my skin with highlighter added where I apply the highlight. So that's the first primer that I went in with. The second primer is another new primer I'm trying out. This is a NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. I've really been enjoying this. It works great with the NARS foundation. I'm so glad I picked this up when it was like 5 times the points on NARS. I've been very curious about it because my Prestige Beauty Advisor manager loves this primer, she said, for shine control. And that's more so what I'm concerned about. I do have pores, but they're not really overly large or big. Like I don't feel like they're noticeable when I don't do anything to them. So I wanted this for the shine control. And I have been liking this as well. I applied this mostly in the T-zone area for some extra oil sweat control. Then I proceeded to go forth with a new foundation. I decided to pick up the Becca Ultimate Coverage. I don't know if this is a new formula, but I decided to pick up a new bottle because I am almost done with mine. I know there's like probably not even a full pump left. So I decided to pick up a new shade for summer, and this is the shade Mahogany. I normally wear Espresso, which is now called Mink, or Mink and it was called Mink and now it's Espresso. Let me show you the old packaging. I got it right, sure. So this is the old packaging. Yeah, Mink, which they now call Espresso. So this is the old packaging. This is the new packaging. So this is my shade, honestly, more in the fall, winter / before I get any sort of sun exposure, which I get every day since I walk my dog and stuff. Even though I wear SPF, I tan really easily, like really easy. So I was like, we were having a sale at Ulta. Oops, not really a sale. Let me put stuff back so I can think properly because I can't think in chaos. I need things to go back where they came from. Okay. The brand Becca gave us an additional percentage off their products for like Mother's Day weekend. So, and on top of my employee discount. So I got this at a really great discounted price. I think it came up to 45% off. If I'm not mistaken, it was either 45 or 50% off on this foundation. I said, let me pick it up now because I'm never going to get that kind of deal. So I decided to pick up the shade Mahogany, which I think is one deeper than Espresso. It's 1 or 2 deeper. And when I read the description online, it says for warm skin with a red undertone, I think. But to me, this foundation does not come off red at all. I have it on today mixed with the Fenty Pro Filter foundation in shade 440. I mixed the two together to get this shade, and I think it looks really, really good with my skin tone, with my undertones. I really like the two mixed together. So far, I'm really enjoying the shade Mahogany. Here's what the new box looks like that it comes in. I saved the box just to show you guys in this video. So this is what it looks like. And again, I have the shade Mahogany. It says it on the top. It says it on the front. So far, I'm really liking this shade on my skin. It is darker than I am, but it's perfect because I know I'm going to get tan. So I specifically bought a darker shade than what I currently own because I know I'm going to get darker. And I just mixed it with a shade that's a little bit light for my skin. After that, I decided to set my face with one powder. It's been a blessing to only have to use one powder. It's cut the time it takes for me to do my makeup down significantly. And it's a newer powder that I've been bragging about. It hasn't been released yet, but they sent it to us as gratis at Ulta. And this is the new Urban Decay All Nighter Waterproof Setting Powder. I have been loving this powder with every single foundation I've tried it with so far. It gives such a beautiful, smooth, flawless finish to the skin. It just looks really good. It sets my under eyes. It sets everywhere, like my whole face. And I just use this powder alone. It's a pressed powder. It's kind of like a tannish shade, a light tan shade, but it doesn't really alter the shade of your foundation. And I don't feel like it has a cast or gives flashback or anything like that. And let me tell you, I will be repurchasing this forever because it makes my makeup last. And I've noticed that even with some of my foundations that I thought that I didn't like as much, that I didn't think were as long wearing or that break up during the day with other powders, this powder makes them last. So this powder is amazing. Again, it's the Urban Decay All Nighter Longwear Mattifying Weightless Waterproof Setting Powder. I haven't tested out the waterproof part yet, but this is bomb. Like, it gives such a beautiful finish to the skin. And I love that I only have to grab for one powder. I don't need to use the loose and then a skin tone pressed on top because the loose powder sometimes leave a cast on my skin. Like, this does it all. One and done. Love this powder. After setting my face with that powder, I just decided I didn't want to add any sort of contour or bronze to my skin since my face is a little bit deeper since I use the shade Mahogany. I like the way that it looks. I don't need to add any depth back to it. So I decided to just go straight in with highlighter. And I know I'm supposed to not be buying any more highlighters. So I'm not going to buy any more. But with our Becca discount, I saw a Becca highlighter that I've really been interested in. There's another one I'm kind of interested in, but now I lost interest, which was Champagne Pop. I kind of wanted it, but now I'm like, I have lots of gold highlighters. But this one that I'm wearing now, which as you can see is purple. This is Prismatic Amethyst. And I know I have a Wet n Wild one that is purple, but it's a different kind of purple. Like, that one is a different tone of purple than this one. I feel like this is a more softer version of that highlighter. And I really like it. So it's Prismatic Amethyst. And this is what it looks like in the pan. It looks really scary and almost kind of white in the pan, but I feel like it looks beautiful on my skin, and I'm of a deeper skin tone. I have another coworker, shout out to you, OG, who is very, very pale, and she wears this as well. It looks beautiful on her, but I feel like it looks beautiful on deeper skin tones, and purple is my second favorite color. So I was like, I'm going to pick it up. I'm not going to get this great of a deal on it ever again, unless I go back to working for Ulta, which probably won't happen for a while. But yeah, love, love, love it. Love the way this looks. And I have it, I mean, you can see on my brow bone, cheekbone. I have it down the bridge of my nose, on my Cupid's bow. I feel like it's really, really pretty. And in a way, it's kind of like subtle and soft. I didn't go overboard with it to make it too super intense, but I feel like it's just really pretty on my skin tone. So I've really been liking this a lot. And that is all I have on my face. So we're going to go ahead and jump into the brows, and then we're going to use some new products for lips and eyes, which I'm really excited about. For my brows, I'm going to use this Wet n Wild retractable eyeliner pencil. And then after I'm done with my makeup, I'm going to eat breakfast at this small business. I I love supporting Black-owned businesses, and then I love to support small businesses that are not like franchised. Good morning. So it's a place called Eggs. What is it called? I can't even remember what it's called, but it's literally right down the street from my house. I went last week or 2 weeks ago, and it was really good. So I'm going to go back today. And the people were really friendly too. Like, I enjoy the conversations that I had with the people that work there. That's something that's important to me and that I value. Sorry, my deodorant keeps falling over. I'm just going to move it. I don't want this brush. I need to use the brush I use to highlight with. I'm going to use it to kind of brush my brow hairs in place. You know what? Ulta gave me tomorrow off. They gave me Mother's Day off, which I was kind of shocked about because I'm not a mom. So I thought, you know, all the people, well, there's not that many moms that work at my store anymore. I think all the moms do have tomorrow off, but like they gave me tomorrow off as well, which I was kind of shocked about. But I'm going to take the day to rest and binge watch Jane the Virgin because my goal was to finish that show last week, but that didn't happen. So I'm going to use this pencil to fill in my brows. I've kind of been doing a new technique I'm going to show you guys in this video to fill in my brows. So I'm outlining the bottom first and then a little bit of the tail, so you can see. Just to get the arch symmetrical on each side, kind of. And then I'm going to start a little bit further back from the actual start of my brow and outline the top portion and then kind of go down where the arch would be. Just to make sure that they're about the same thickness. This one usually comes out a little bit thinner because I have less hair. So I'm going to go in and thicken it up just a little bit. So now they're outlined. You can see that the middle is not filled in. And now I'm going to come to the front and I'm making small strokes going straight up, like as if I had hairs there. So I'm actually like making little hair marks at the front of my brow. And I'm doing this very, very carefully because I don't use concealer on my brows. So if it goes up too high, I'm not going to be concealing that. So you have to be very careful. I'm using very light pressure to do that. It's a lot harder on this brow because I don't have any hairs at the front where I'm drawing these really small strokes. And then after that, I'm going to go over the top of that area very lightly just to blend it all in. This one looks a lot better because there's actually hair there, but this one doesn't have hair. And to get that, I like a more square shape at the front. Then I'm going to go in and fill it in. I really only do this on the days where I know I have to work at Ulta and I want my brows to be extra, I guess, fleeky now. As you can see, I'm staying away from the front. Like, I'm not going to fill in that front section where I drew those vertical hairs. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Nola is on the bed. She's watching me. It's so funny because sometimes she goes to sleep. Then sometimes she literally like intensely watches me do my makeup. And I'm like, girl, what you know about makeup, Nola? What you know about eyebrows? Is that my pretty girl? Is that my pretty Nola? Hey, girl. She starts wagging her tail when she gets excited to hear my voice. It's so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Get ready to go eat some breakfast and then go to work. And then hopefully stop by Starbucks. Hopefully I have time to do all of that. I have to be at work at 12. I think I should. It's only 10:11. And the place where I get breakfast at is relatively quick making their food because it's usually not packed. I think it's called Eggs Up Grill, if I'm not mistaken now. I'm like thinking of the name. Eggs Up Grill. And I love brunch food. I love breakfast food. Breakfast, brunch, my favorite meals. So this one looks a lot better, but you see how those hairs are sticking up? And you see how my real hairs are peeking through. To me, that looks a lot more natural, but it still looks really sharp and clean because I do the outline first. And then I go in and I do the tail. And I just kind of go through the middle of the hairs. And I like to kind of extend my tail a little bit past where I actually have hair to make my brows a little bit longer. I feel like that helps add width to my face because I have an oblong head. But you can't see because I got my hair tied down, my edges tied down right now, covering my forehead. But I have like an oval oblong face. I like to add width to my face by extending the tail of my brow a little bit further than where it naturally goes. So then I just look and make sure that they look somewhat similar. And fill in wherever you feel like you need to. Fill in the gaps if there's any gaps. What is this? A strange dot. Oh. Okay. Whoa, why does this one look like? Like it's coming down a little too low. There we go, that's better. All right, so after I get done filling them in, what I like to do sometimes, if I feel like I need it, I take the brush I use to apply my foundation or my powder. This is the brush I've been using to apply my foundation. And I will brush over the fronts of my brows to make them a little bit lighter so I get that gradual fade. And if I feel like it's gone in too far, I kind of use this to fade it out so it's not as obvious. I am so hot right now. It's hot in here. Okay. I'm gonna make sure I'm actually satisfied. So the brows are done. I'm not gonna do anything else to them, even though they look a little different. It's because this one has more hair on it. This one actually has hair, but they're not bad. I feel like I need to make this one a little bit longer. I'm like, I don't know if you can hear all the noise that's happening outside. I don't know who it is, what they're doing, but they are loud. Good morning. Okay. So I made this one just a little bit longer. Okay. Yeah, this one looks a lot better because there's actual hair there, unlike my other brow. But it's all good. I'm done with the brows. And I'm getting hot, so I'm going to take this off. My edges should be laid by now. Hopefully. I'm going to take my powder brush. Do I cut them? I don't cut my eyebrows at all. My eyebrows are just naturally thin. I have never had my eyebrows waxed, tweezed, plucked, none of that. They're just naturally thin. So I just shape them kind of based on how they naturally grow. I've never had them cut, tweezed, waxed. I mean, you can see the hair peeking through. They're just really thin, which makes them easy to fill in because you can make it how big you want. Like I can get pretty creative since there's not a lot of hair there. That's just how they naturally grow. It's hereditary. Thanks. My mom has very like sparse brows. Hers are more bushy, like they're bigger, but hers are very sparse. My dad has very sparse brows, so I don't have a lot of hair on my brows. All right, my hair is as flat as it's gonna get. The gel I've been using, the new Eco Gold, gives like a soft hold. My hair feels like really soft to the touch. So it's not like hard slick down. So I have some frizz you can see, but it's okay. I don't need to be super duper perfectly sleek. Like it looks fine. Let's jump into the eyes. This is what happens when you drink Smirnoff for breakfast because it has orange juice. That's my rationale. It has orange juice in it. So I'm drinking it for breakfast. I think I actually have one. This is just a ponytail because I cut my hair short. So it's just a little ponytail. Looks like a little rabbit tail. But I can do that. It's not hard. You just have to do it on wet hair and your arms might get tired from like brushing it back. Yeah, but I can do that. I'll do that the next time I do it. I try not to do it too often, like once a month. So I don't get any breakage where I put the ponytail holder. But yeah, I'm drinking this for breakfast because it has orange juice in it. I said that at the very beginning, so people are watching now. So that's why I'm drinking this, because it's got orange juice in it, and I really want some orange juice. For the eyes, we're going to use the, oh goodness, their Perception palette from Shayla times ColourPop. And we're going to incorporate this Megalast Liquid Catsuit eyeshadow in the shade Emerald Gaze. It's like a glitter. I want to do a green look. I really like green. I want to do green and purple today. So that's why I have on purple highlighter. The lip we're going to do is going to be kind of in the purple family with this cool like iridescent gloss over the top that has like a little bit of green shift to it. And I'll probably put some purple on my lower lash line with this palette. So the first shade we're going to go in with is Revenge, which is this shade right here. I'm going to use that as my transition today. It's actually my favorite shade in this palette to use as a transition. And what brush? No, that's the one I used to highlight. I have two brushes that look really similar. Yeah. I'm going to use this BH Cosmetics 140 brush to take that Revenge shade. It's a matte kind of reddish brick shade. Y'all saw it right there. We're going to throw that in the crease. This brush is very big and very fluffy. So it's really good at quickly applying a shade and like diffusing it and blending it all in one. And this shade is relatively pigmented as well, as you can see. Maybe this is the one I was using for highlight because I see sparkles in it. I don't even know. It's okay. It's okay. I'm just gonna pop this into the crease. Honestly, if you're in a rush, you could stop here, put on mascara and go. And that could be your look because this brush, like it does a great job depositing color and blending and diffusing the color all at the same time. Yeah, there's glitter in the side of this brush. I don't know where it came from, but we're gonna roll with it. And I'm building it up so that you can see the pigment, but it's pretty pigmented on its own. You don't really need to build it up. As you can see, I'm kind of winging it out in the outer corner. Making sure that at least goes to where the tail of my brow is to help create more of like a cat eye shape, a winged out effect to my shadow. Transition color is done. Next, we're gonna go in with this brush right here. This is a BH Cosmetics 141 brush. See, it's very dense. There's some shadow already on it. So I'm just gonna wipe that shadow off if it comes off. Nope, doesn't wanna come off, that's fine. We're gonna take this shade Stallion, which is the deep matte blue with like a blackened blue with lighter blue glitter in it. I'm going to take that shade right there. It's right there in the top corner. I'm going to put that on the outer V using this brush. Hopefully this brush works. It's very dense, so I'm hoping I can just like pack it on. Yeah. Pack this onto my outer V area. As you see, I'm just pressing it on. So basically we're going to use all of my favorite colors for this makeup look, which green is my #1 favorite color. Then comes purple and last is blue. I also really like orange and yellow. I like all shades of green. I like all shades of purple, and I like all shades of blue. But my favorite shade of green is emerald green. My favorite shade of purple. My favorite shade of purple. I like a lilac purple. Lilac is really pretty. My favorite shade of blue. I really love like a bright cerulean blue. That's the name of the crown from my childhood. It's like an ocean blue kind of color, but a little bit deeper. Like really nice, clear blue water in like the deeper area. That kind of blue. But not like a dark blue like the Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is nasty. I hate the Atlantic Ocean. That's why I don't really go to the beach. I literally live right next to the beach, and you hardly ever see me there because I don't trust the Atlantic Ocean. After living in Hawaii for 3 or 4 years? 5th grade up to 9th grade. For 4 years, I just don't trust any ocean that's not, like, I just don't trust the Atlantic Ocean. Like, it just looks nasty. It just looks dirty. Of course, there's some places where it is beautiful, like down in Florida and stuff, and where it's like clear and clean and pristine. But where I'm at, that junk look broke down. And I ain't getting in it. Okay, so I'm just pressing this into the outer V area and kind of the outer half of my lid as well. And then I'm going to blend out the edges with the brush I use for the transition shade. Is this it? No, that's not it. Can't remember which brush is which. Lightly, very lightly, just over the edges. I don't want to lose that color. And Andre Renee is kind of my inspiration for this look, but because I'm using that Wet n Wild liquid shadow, it's going to be a little bit different than hers, and I'm not going to do a halo either. I thought I was, and then now I'm like, I don't want to do a halo eye. We're going to see how this works out. So I'm literally using this brush just to blend the edges of that shadow. For some reason, I feel like this eye, the shadows always blend better and easier than this eye. I have no idea what that's about. That's good enough for now. So next, I'm going to take that Wet n Wild liquid catsuit liquid eyeshadow. This is a newer product that they've recently released. And again, the shade is called Emerald Gaze, which emerald green is my favorite shade of green. We're going to put this on the lid. It has a flat doe foot kind of applicator, or like a paddle applicator, you see? You can see how it's flat. So we're going to carefully apply this onto my lid. Whoa. Wow, that's really pretty. So I'm going to apply this kind of all over the lid. Whoa, that glitter. Whoa. Okay, I'm really liking this so far. I'm being careful not to go past my crease with this. Y'all see that shimmer? It is intense. That's pretty. I'm going to focus this on the center of my lid. I'm going to stay away from the inner corner because we don't want it to get too messy. But I'm laying this down kind of as a base for another shade we're going to use from the Shayla palette. But I definitely want this to show through. Y'all see that? Bruh, that is beautiful. Wow. Wow. And I feel like it's not drying down super duper fast because sometimes with liquid shadows, they dry down super fast. And if you try and layer stuff over top, like to do a second layer, or to like adjust it or blend it, they don't blend. They just pick up and then you end up with a mess on your eye. And that's not happening with this one, which I enjoy and I appreciate. It gives you time to like really place it exactly where you want it. Like I said, we're trying not to go above the crease. Wow. I'm staying from the very inner corner because I don't want to make a mess. So once you have it applied nice and evenly, I feel like this, I need a little bit more. I'm gonna apply a little bit more, like a second coat, to make sure it's really nice and opaque in the area where it's gonna be showing the most. So we're gonna layer something else on top. All right. So we have that on. I'm just gonna let it dry a little bit. Wow, that's so pretty. Oh, see that? Oh, it's so pretty. Just letting it dry. Now I'm gonna take that stallion shade on my finger. I'm gonna press it over the outer V area with my finger, and I'm overlapping it with that emerald green in the outer corner, just to make sure that that blue is not lost. So I want it to fade to that nice dark blue on the outer V area. Wow, that's so pretty. That is pretty already. Wow, that's beautiful. Blends really easy too. So now I'm going to take the, oh, it's right here. I'm going to take the brush I used to press that color in initially, this brush, and I'm going to use this to kind of blend out the edges. Of the blue. I want a more rounded brush. Let me try this one. I'm going to use this brush that already has the shade on it. Ooh. And I'm also go ahead and making that kind of cat eye shape. And then I'm going to blend the edges with the brush I used for the transition shade. That's a major key. Okay. I'm going to come back to the crease and do some work on the crease. But now that I have that where I want it, we're going to go back into the Perception palette from Shayla. And we're going to take the green shade called IE. I need to plug my computer in. It's about to die. The green shade, I've been dying to use the shade because I love green. I'm going to apply that on the inner portion of my eyelid and overlap it with the emerald, so that we get a gradient from like a lighter green to the emerald green to the really dark black and blue with the lighter blue glitter reflex in it. And I think I'm going to put purple on the lower lash line, maybe. We'll see. I'm going to take this little small brush I normally use for my inner corner and lower lash line to really get into that inner corner with this shade. Wow, that's really pretty. And like I said, I'm laying it over top of that glitter base as well. And I'm actually using the shade to kind of cut my crease a little bit. And this green has like a little bit of like gold to it. It's really, really pretty. I don't know how to describe it. It's really pretty. But it's more on the olive side. So we're going from olive to emerald to deep navy blue. But yeah, as you can see, I'm using this brush to kind of cut the crease. I'm going right above the middle portion of my eye as well. And I'm overlapping onto that emerald shade. Wow, that is pretty. I love the way these colors are blending together. Ooh. I said I'm using this brush to kind of cut the crease. I'm going to apply a little bit more of the emerald shade just in the center. Just in the center. I don't blend it. I'm literally just dabbing it onto the center. And I'm gonna go in and blend it out with this brush. Blending it into the olive tone green. So now it's underneath and on top of this green. With this little brush, I'm gonna go into the blackened blue shade, Stallion, that deep shade that's in my outer V. And I'm going to blend the edges on this side now, just to make sure everything is seamlessly blended. So that emerald green is right in the center of my lid, and it looks beautiful, beautimous. I can also do some detail work with the really dark shade with this little brush to make sure that it blends kind of into that cut crease area. Wows. Wow. Wow. I'm wiping that brush off. I'm going to use it to do a little bit of blending in the crease because I want that blue to kind of come in at least halfway. All right. So for my inner corner, I'm going to keep the bright green just because I don't feel like I should add gold or anything into the inner corner. I'm going to keep that olive green shade using the same little brush, the shade IE from the palette. I'm going to put that into my inner corner as well and onto the lower inner 1/3 of my bottom lash line. My nose is ready. And it's 10:30. I need to leave. Even though it won't take me that long to get my food and stuff. I just really want some eggs, some bacon. Wow, this look came out really, really pretty. It's a little tricky blending over the liquid shadow though. It looks a little, I wonder if I apply it with my finger. If I literally just press it on with my finger, if that will help it. I'm always seeing something that I can improve on in my makeup. Okay, yeah, that helps. Yeah, that definitely helped. The issue that I was seeing, yeah. I'm also gonna put a little bit of this on my lower lash line very carefully. Because it is a liquid, you do not want to get this in your eye. Even though I'm sure it's like eye safe, but still that doesn't sound very good getting liquid eyeshadow in your eye. So I'm carefully applying some to my lower lash line and I'm gonna blend it out with the blue shade over top. I just carefully put some of that down there. Going back to the inner third with the green, the lighter green, I'm gonna overlap that. Right there. Yeah, I like just having the green. Oh no, my computer's gonna die. Let me get my charger real quick. BRB. You sweet girl. Oh, sweet baby. You sweet. Nala is such a sweet dog to me and my family, and to her foster mother. But man, strangers, she does not like strangers. Homegirl does not like strangers at all. She likes kids, kind of, but it just depends on the kid. Usually she kind of scares kids because Nola plays really rough. She's kind of aggressive in her approach to meeting people. Like, she's not like, let me lick your hand first and then let me sit next to you and then you pet me and then we're like friends and then I'll start jumping you. No, she goes straight to like jumping on the person, and that's kind of alarming when you don't know the dog. So I have to kind of keep her away from kids. Because she did jump on my neighbor's child. And I was like so mad at her for that, at Nola. All right, so to finish off this eye look. Oh, I said I wanted to use purple on it. I feel like adding purple would be too much. We're just going to keep it purple with the highlighter today. We'll do something with the purple this palette later. Go into that shade Stallion, that black and blue with the blue glitter in it. I'm going to use the same little brush. Like I said, I'm going to blend that over top of the liquid shadow on the lower half of my lash line, just to bring everything together. So I love this Makeup Shayla palette. The liquid shadows from Wet n Wild, I'm also really liking them. But I think they would work better alone without me layering shadows on top. Like, I don't know if y'all can see. Well, it actually looks good now. But like, it looks a little like kind of scaly in places because it's like layered up, like shadow, then the liquid, then some shadow, then the liquid again. So it's also like scaly. Kind of gives a cool texture to my eyelid, but we'll see how long it lasts throughout the day, or like if it flakes off. I don't think it will, especially if I don't touch it, but probably on its own, it wouldn't have that effect on my skin eyelids. All right, so I am done with eyeshadow, and I think this look is absolutely beautiful, especially if you're a green lover like I am. So pretty. So keeping with the green, I'm going to use, do I have a dark green shadow? I thought I did. No, that's not the one. I thought I had one from, no, it's blue. Never mind. We're going to go in with some liquid liner, some black liquid liner. I feel like this look is very intense, so I need eyeliner on my upper lash line. Yeah, I need some liner up there. We're going to use this Laura Geller Line and Define Dual Dimension Eyeliner. It has a kohl pencil on one side and a liquid on the other side. We're going to use the liquid side. See, it's a really big, like, felt tip marker. I really like this liner, actually. Because despite how big it is, you can still make a really nice, small line. I'm doing a small wing. Now, I don't know if it's kind of dried up, but it's not as black as I remember it being. So I'm probably going to have to go over this with something else. I'm making a really small wing, though. I wish you could see it. There goes Nola. Nola, what you see, mama? What you see, mama? Hey, mama. Hey, pretty girl. Now she's sitting right next to me. Hey, mama, what you see? What you barking at? What you barking at, Wolfers? Up, up, up. You gonna come up? You gonna jump? Up. Come here. Up, Nola. Jump. Come here. Come here. Up. Up. Come on. It's okay. I see you want to jump. You can jump. Up. Up. Come on. Up. Come on, Nola. Come here. Good girl. Good puppy. Even though you're not a puppy, you're a full-grown woman. Here, let me see if I can show you. Don't go anywhere. Come here. You see your head? There's her face. Okay. Thanks, Nola. We love you. I love Nola. Nola's awesome. Nola, are you excited to move? Now she's sitting right next to me, shaking her little tail. She's so funny with her tail. She has different ways that she shakes it that I feel like mean different things. Oh. All right, I'm going to go over top of this liner because I don't feel like it's showing enough with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. Oh, no. It's broken. Hold on, we're going to try that again. Oh, I fixed it. Yeah, this is definitely way more black. You could definitely see it. I need my coworker to text me back what she wants from Starbucks. One day she got like everybody who wanted Starbucks. So I was like, I will get you back. Tell me when. She was like, actually, tomorrow would be great. I was like, okay, tell me what you want. And I think she said a Java chip frappuccino. But I just want to make sure. So I sent her a message on Snap because I think she has my number, but I don't have hers because she's on management. And she was like, just text me. And I was like, but I don't have your number. She's like, oh, I have your number, but she probably won't forget. So hopefully she responded to my Snap message. Or hopefully she responds by the time I leave where I'm going to go have my brunch. I should have time. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to wear to work today, but it's going to be all black because this eye look is intense. So we have our wings. On. They're looking pretty symmetrical for once. Which like never happens to me. I'll take it. They're really small, really thin. That's how I prefer my wings to be. They do add a little bit more drama to this eye look, which is already filled with drama because it's so green, purple highlighter. Love it. And then last is going to be mascara. I'm just going to use my Essence mascara and Tarte Man Eater. We'll use this. I need to use this up so I can throw it away. I'm going with Essence first. This is their Princess Lash mascara. It's always funny when I go in to do my mascara how I can see around my nose the places where there's not any foundation or where I didn't really blend or get into the creases like I thought I did. I'm probably not even going to be able to see my lashes because of how dark the eyeshadow is, but that's okay. That's okay. Yesterday I had like an orange look. It was really pretty. With glitter. I've been really into glitter shadows lately. And fun colors and highlighters. Fun colored highlighters. I just really like color. I'm definitely a color person. This is really pretty. Ooh. I'm excited for the lips to show you guys this new product that I tried out and I was like, yeah. And ignore my tongue if I have it's yellow from drinking that screwdriver. So nasty looking. Oh, I was like, what's on my finger? Liquid eyeshadow. My nose is running, as it normally does when I film. So yeah, this eye look took a little bit of work. I was using new products though, and I wasn't sure how they were going to work together, but I love the end result. It's really pretty. And it's my favorite color. So that's like a plus. I'm gonna put this on the lower lash line as well, or on the lower lashes, this mascara. Okay. So I'm trying to build this Essence mascara up as much as I can before I go in with the Tarte. This is Tarte Man Eater. I'm gonna layer this one on top. Every time I think that it's like empty, I'm like, no, it's not. This is still a good mascara. Like there's still product in here. But I just have so many mascaras. Like I just want to get through them. Like that is one thing you will not see me purchase at all. Mascara. I have so many from Ulta as gratis that I won't need to buy mascara for like the rest of my life. Maybe not the rest of my life, but for a very, very long time. I also don't plan to purchase any more blushes, even though there is one from NARS I have my eye on. I'm not really a super duper blush kind of girl, so I don't really gravitate towards them. But yeah, this layered on top is really helping to kind of beef up my lashes a little bit, give them a little more girth, but without making them clumpy. That's one thing I love about Man Eater. It doesn't make your lashes clumpy at all. Okay. I'm officially done with the eyes. I love the way that they came out. I'm getting slight like Nikki Tutorials vibes because she just did a green look. How about because she hates green? And I thought that was really funny because I'm like, I love green. Her look was really, really pretty. We're not going to do green lips. But for my lips, I'm going to go in with this new Too Faced Natural Nudes collection lippy. Yeah, Natural Nudes Intense Color Coconut Butter Lipstick. It's in the shade Girl Code. Andrea Renee inspired me to try this out, and we had an additional discount on Too Faced. Well, we do still have it until Mother's Day. So I said, let me go ahead and pick this up. I do love a good, like, nourishing lipstick that isn't a liquid lipstick that's dry, that's not drying, that's hydrating, and something good that you can just like apply without a mirror. So I thought this would be fun to try out. The packaging on these is really pretty. This is what the box looks like. I'm sure you've seen these in your Ulta. And I thought this would be a really nice like nude color. Wow. Ooh, that's pretty. It's really smooth, like, but it has pigment. It feels good. So that is, ooh, I just took a chunk out with my nail. I don't even have long nails right now. So that's the lipstick we're gonna wear. Again, it's the shade Girl Code, and it's a Too Faced Coconut Butter Natural Nudes lipstick. But on top, we're gonna put this Buxom Plumping Polish on top. Oh my gosh, this color, do you see the colors in it? It's like this iridescent shade, and it like shifts green, and it's so pretty. I put it on my bare lips, and I was like, what? I need to put this on top of a lipstick. Do you see how it looks green right there, that glob? It adds the prettiest, like, oh my gosh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it is so pretty. It has the prettiest like iridescent shift over any lipstick. And it does tingle. I don't really think it plumps my lips. I already have naturally, I feel like, full lips. But it is so pretty. And I was like, I'm gonna wear that. These two together are so pretty. I feel so good. So this is the look. Oh, I like it. I like it like that. I love that song. So this is a look. We tried out a lot of new products, new Becca foundation, new primer, new powder, new highlighter, new eyeshadow palette, new liquid eyeshadow, new lipstick, new lip gloss, like basically a lot of new products in this video. But I hope you guys like it. It is 11. I really need to get going. Yeah, I need to get going. I need to get dressed and leave so I can get this breakfast. It shouldn't take me that long. I need to stop by Starbucks. Hopefully I can get it all done by noon. I think I can do it. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed this look. If you have any more colors you want me to do, any other tutorials you want me to do, if you want me to talk more about my hair, which has been flourishing. It's really, really like healthy. It feels so good. It's moisturized. It's soft. People be asking me questions. And I'm like, girl, I cut off 5 inches and it has made all a world's difference. But yeah, I gotta go. Bye, YouTube.